Well, the women's 800 meters, we've got Jenny Meadows drawn in the 5th lane in this first of the semi-final heats, and Jenny, of course, very, very experienced, and Lupu, of course, 6th and 7th at the last 2 World Championships, drawn in the 6th lane as well. And Hein of Norway, the Norwegian indoor record holder, is 4th in Oslo and 2nd in Stockholm in the Diamond League Series, incidentally. So she's doing very well. Aikens looking very good too. Ellen van Langen, the former Olympic champion, in the crowd there at home. Had a chat with her yesterday. Runs the Hengelo meeting and runs it very well. Ukrainian. It's Lupu. So. Well, let's see who takes this on. The first 2 and the next 2 fastest will go through as qualifiers. And Aikens of Germany has gone off pretty quickly right on the outside, but Jenny Meadows knows what she's doing here and won't go off too quickly. Coming across is Hein of Norway, but all of a sudden it just slows down just a little bit. Heading of Germany, the European under-23 bronze medalist, the German champion, the tall figure in there, looking very comfortable indeed. Jenny Meadows now moving right up into the position to attack on the outside, and always knows exactly what to do. Hein, say the Norwegian indoor record holder, 2:01.33 her best this season. Well, we'll have a look and see what sort of pace they've got for the first half of this first qualification. Remind you, just 2 go through by right. Jenny Meadows has good control of the race at the moment. She's leading, and leading it to well. In second place is Sylvander. It's just 60 seconds, so it's respectable for a heat, but it really is going to hot up, I would think, very, very shortly. And Jenny Meadows is now starting to subtly increase the pace there, and Hedda Hein of Norway going with her. Lupu then has sensed the danger and moves up onto the outside as well, and looks as though she's going to make some play, and she goes into the almost to 200 meters to go. Herring, the tall German, is there as well, and look at this, I'm just looking at Jovic as well of Poland. Look to me, I think that was Jovic. Yes, she is. She's moved into contention now as they come into the straight with just the first 2 to go through by right. Lupu leads. Hein in second place. Jenny Meadows is trapped on the inside. Jovic of Poland. Jenny Meadows is trapped and is not going to qualify here. Lupu, Heine, and the Jovic of Poland. Well, Jovic of Poland certainly qualified, coming through very, very strongly in the final stages there. Hein, of course, coming through as well, but Jovic looked good. She was not really in the race until the final stages. She tactically ran that very nicely indeed. Hein. Lupo just out of it at the moment with 2:01.8. Now, whether that'll be fast enough, we'll see. But Lupo, you could see. Jenny Meadows got terribly boxed, but still didn't have the pace to come down. And Hein just taken to the line by Jovic of Poland, the European bronze medalist 4 years ago, incidentally. She was a World Championship competitor, got 7th in the World Championships in Beijing, so she knows what she's doing and qualified in the end reasonably well.
Well, a couple of decent reputations there. Took an arc, didn't they, Natalia Lupu? Back in 3rd spot. She may still qualify as a fast loser. 2:01.74 her time in coming 3rd. But Jenny Meadows there really some way short of her best. Outside 2:03 down in 6th place. But Joanna Josvik, the pole, there she is. At one point she threatened to come around Hedda Hein of Norway around the bend, but Hein made as big an obstacle of herself as she possibly could, and Josvik almost just said, right, well, okay, I'll wait. And then she came into the straight and she just moved wide, and I think that Josvik had plenty in hand there. I think she was significantly the best athlete in that race, and there's no doubt that she's a contender when we get to the final. Look out for her. The first to finish strongly in the second half of the race, and she certainly did that. So the winning time, 2:01.52. Hedda Hein, 2:01.57. So the athletes preparing for this second semi-final. 3 heats at the semi-final stage of many of the events here. What that does mean is it really hots things up. Just 2 places guaranteed through to the final. The best of the losers at the moment from that first heat is Natalia Lupu, 2:01.74. That was Renelle Lamotte. Anita Henriksdottir, now half of this field of 8 have won European titles of one description or another before. Henriksdottir, former European junior champion, as was this woman, Tkachuk of Ukraine. Lamotte, the European under-23 champion from last year. Here is Esther Guerrero of Spain. Went out at the first round heat stage at the World Championships last year, looking to get through to a European final. The starter not happy. Toes perhaps on the white line. So let's just go through the lineup again. Kamarova, Azerbaijan in 1. And Jarland of Norway in 2. Lind, semi-finalist 2 years ago, from Sweden in 3. Buchel, European indoor champion last year of Switzerland in 4. One of the favourites. Lamotte of France in 5. Henriksdottir of Iceland in 6. Tkachuk, Ukraine in 7. Guerrero of Spain in lane 8. So just the first 2 guaranteed a spot in the final. Buchel rather dwelt there at the start, having to pick up the cadence just a bit higher than maybe should have wanted to, just to get herself in the right position. The break there from lanes in the traditional spot right at the top of the back straight, and it's Lamotte, the quite significant physical presence there of the Frenchwoman, but it's Tkachuk, the former European junior champion, coming across and making the early running there. Kamarova of Azerbaijan, and she leads. Tkachuk there in 2nd place. Lamotte is in 3rd. Look out for Henriksdottir, running very wide at the moment. She has in the past shown a degree of tactical naivety. In her earlier career, she used to go out and just run incredibly fast right from the starter's gun and hang on. That was good enough at European junior level. Perhaps she's got to be a little bit more thoughtful here at senior level, and at the moment at the bell, reached at 59.25. She's got just one athlete behind her, and that is the Norwegian Trine Mjaland. So 300 meters to go. Kamarova in 1st place. Buchel's got a bit of ground to make up. Henriksdottir running wide again, the Icelander. She's following Buchel, and that's a good track to follow, I would suggest, because Buchel, the European indoor champion from last year, perhaps the woman to chase here, as well as Lamotte, and Lamotte it is who finds herself out in front as the Spaniard Guerrero starts to slip back. So it's Lamotte, who looked good in qualifying for this semi-final, making the best of her way home. Buchel is there in 2nd place. Henriksdottir is in 3rd, but the leading 2 are getting away. And this is a very mature run from the Frenchwoman. Renelle Lamotte takes this 2nd semi. Buchel is coming through in 2nd place. Great finish there from Lovisa Lind of Sweden, who didn't really give herself a chance. She might rue her tactics, but who knows? There is a chance she will go through as a fast loser, because that is sub 2 minutes. Confirmation of the winner's time, 1:59.87. Buchel 2:00.
Doing well.
Well, I can tell you that the athletes finishing in 3rd and 4th in this 2nd heat occupy the fastest loser spot. So at the moment, Anita Henriksdottir, the young Icelander, she stands as the 2nd of the fast losers.
Heats of the semi-final round of the women's 800. Kerry, Evangelidou, Leonard, Pliskova, Sandiusti, Verstegen, Perdivara, and Karol of Belarus. Well, Verstegen, 30 years old, winner of 13 Dutch titles in her time, still to break into below 2 seconds. Perdivara, of Romania is in the 7th lane, the Balkan champion. And Carol on the outside, the Belarusian. She's the indoor champion this season. 2:01.42, her personal best set this year. So she's doing very nicely. Let's see who will take this on into the back straight and establish the pattern of the race, so called. And looks as though it is Alison Leonard, a World Youth 800 metre silver medalist a few years ago now, semi-finalist in the European Championships 4 years ago. 2:00.71 this season, just being overtaken as they go into the 200 metre mark by Verstegen, the very experienced Dutch athlete, and behind her is the Italian. And as they come into the straight now, we'll give you a check on the halfway time to see how quick it is. Plesheba of Ukraine it is who's there, and it's slowed down. Look at this, it's really slowed down. And let's see how... just outside 60. Actually, it was a little bit quicker to the 400 than I thought.
Well, it means we are going to have a second or a faster second lap, really, for any fast losers to come here. So it's pretty plain to these women. They've got to finish in the first two if they want to make the final.
Yeah, Leonard is in a good position. Alison Leonard in second. There she is, right on the outside, not getting trapped in at all. Carol is running wide. Sandiusta is of Italy is there, the former Cuban, very experienced. And Leonard's got to take it on from about, 250 metres she's taken it on. I hope she's not gone too early on that. And the rest to run her down, but certainly Sandiusti of Italy is now making a play for her as she comes into the straight now, along with Plesheba of the Ukraine in 4th place, and Verstegen is trapped on the inside, and Leonard is running very, very strongly, but can she hold on down this straight? She looks to me as though the others are going to come past her, and it is in fact Plesheba who's going to come through to win this. Now, can Leonard get into a qualifying place? No, she can't, and Sandiusti of Italy takes the second qualifying position in that race. 2:01.75. Well, you can't fault Alison Leonard, really. She did everything absolutely right. Just didn't have a little bit of what she needed at the end. It was just to get run out of it, which is very disappointing for her, of course. Sandiusti and Leonard 2:02.31 in 3rd place. Good race, though.